Here comes the bride, and every wedding picture should show a beautiful smile. Sue Satink has double the reasons for wanting a picture-perfect smile, her daughter's wedding and her own. So Sue said, "I do" to seeing dentist Steve Marsh. And they're both here today to share how her smile will help begin her happily ever after. So welcome to both of you, and congratulations, Sue, for a whole lot of things going on in the next couple years.
Yes.
Now your wedding is next year, but you had an earlier deadline that you wanted to redo your teeth because your daughter's getting married this year, right?
Yes, October.
So why did you want this makeover?
Well, I figured with all the pictures that I was going to be taking, and for the last 45 years of my life, I had a front tooth that really bothered me. And when I see myself in pictures, it was always the first thing that I looked at. Since my college education and my daughter's college education, everything has been paid for, I decided that it was time to invest a little bit in myself. And that's how I met Dr. Marsh.
Okay, so how did you end up going to him?
I actually saw him on the show on a Sunday morning, and I said,
So you're a viewer, good. I'm watching.
I am, yes.
And so what was it like going to the office the first time?
It was great. His office staff, as well as Dr. Marsh, they're just wonderful. Really walked me through the process, sat me down, addressed any concerns that I had, and then Dr. Marsh came in. He explained the whole procedure to me. In addition to that, they had given me the phone number of a patient that had a similar procedure done that I could call and kind of talk to help kind of ease any fears or apprehensions that I had. So they made the process very comfortable for me.
Okay, when it was time, you went in, and Dr. Marsh, what'd you do?
Well, I think she presented it very well for us. So thank you. And that's exactly what we did. And one of the things that's critical is we sit down around a table, just like we did. We brought her fiance in. We took lots of pictures of Sue before, and we literally draw on the pictures. What would you like to achieve? And then we actually did what we call a mock-up. I don't know if your viewers can see it, but anyway, it's a wax prototype. And so we wanted to give her an idea of exactly what she would get. And then she had the ability to say to me, "Steve, can you round this? Can you do that?" So we want to make it so that when we deliver that smile, it's something that they love. It's not something, oh my gosh, we want it to be exactly what we planned. And I always say it's like going on a trip. You do a map when you're driving from here to California or here to Chicago.
Of course,
so in a sense, the prototypes, the discussion is our map to getting a terrific result.
All right, and then so you started with sample. How did you move then to finished results?
So what we ended up doing is after we sat her down in the chair, and this is actually the before and after, looking up into her mouth. Sue talked about the tooth that was behind, that wasn't in the position she wanted. And that tooth in a picture, whenever a tooth's behind, it will look very, very dark.
Oh, okay.
It picks up shadows, and Sue, you probably saw that.
Absolutely.
So we did that with reshaping, and because her daughter's wedding is this October, we didn't have time to go through braces, and a lot of people at this stage don't want to go through braces. It might have made the job a little easier, but even after they were straightened, they still didn't have the appearance. There were some chips and fractures and color changes. And there's Sue from the front. And there's just what we were talking about. There's the before where that one tooth sits beside or behind. And you can also see the others were twisted. And when we looked at it, we wanted to do something white and bright. And those are all porcelain veneers. And that should last the rest of her life. So it certainly will last through her wedding and her daughter's wedding in October and her wedding next year.
All right, so Sue, how do you like your teeth?
I love them. I absolutely love them. I knew they were going to look good. I had absolute faith that he was going to give me the appearance that I was looking for, but I was thrilled with the result. I really was. And I find myself, I smile and I laugh, and I don't necessarily look at them right now in any pictures that I have taken, so it's been a wonderful experience.
So you can actually show your teeth now.
Yes, and be proud of them.
Yes.
Thank you.
Any parting words?
No, I think it's her story is very much like a lot of people's, that whether it's going to a reunion or a wedding and that sort of thing, we're very conscious, as your last guest talked about, is our appearance is a big part of it, and the smile is what brings people together. So I think she said it very nicely.
All right, looks great.
Thank you.
Sue will make a beautiful, beaming bride, thanks to the love of her fabulous fiancé and a smile that is picture perfect. My thanks to Sue and Steve for joining us today.
Thank you.
See what Dr. Stephen Marsh can do for your smile by calling 440-461-1003 or visit www.clevelandsmiles.com. Next.